1, 2, 3, 4, 5 engines, what a sight!
Oggi vivremo delle emozioni speciali perché questi
Today is particularly exciting because these Mercury 350s have been mounted on a boat that doesn't need introducing. You can just read the name of the builder.
Perché hanno montato
So why have they put 5 engines on this cigarette 42 Huntress? Simple, because they couldn't fit 6 on. But there's something else that's out of the ordinary here.
Sotto coperta l'allestimento è molto
It's not a typical layout below deck. In fact, it's quite unique.
L'armatore si è rivolto a un costruttore italiano, i cantieri.
The owner looked to an Italian company, Salico, to build it to measure.
1, 2, 3, 4.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One for every engine. Salico imported this boat to Italy, which is serviced by Rapalos Yacht Service, a team of true experts that's headed up by an offshore world champion, Lino DiBiase.
Tra poco andremo a provarlo. Intanto
We're going to try the boat out in a while, but first a little bit of background info. The Huntress 42 is 12.8 metres long and has a maximum beam that's 3.63 metres. Pretty big for a cigarette.
tuttavia non
All in
pensate
all,
che abbiano
I don't think that they've scrimped on the performance though. This boat has 2-step. The deck though is different from usual cigarettes made by this iconic brand that's known for its speed on water. For some years now, the American boatyard has widened its range and more livable and comfortable models that can welcome more guests on board. It looks like a sport fisherman, but I can bet you that the owner of this boat likes going fast. No doubt about that. Sofas, sun decks, walls that protect the passenger. This is truly a different cigarette. Now it's time to try it. But how do you drive 5 engines though? I'll need 5 hands, plus another one on the helm. Or maybe not. My problem has been easily resolved with 3 levers. The central one controls the 3 engines in the middle and the other 2 on the sides. Off we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ci vuole del tempo.
You even need time to start it up.
E gli invertitori come vengono manovrati? Anche in questo caso.
But what about the inverters? Same thing. The central lever controls the 3 middle engines and the others control the side ones.
Ci sono 3 grandi displays.
There are 3 big displays. Maps are on the central one. The side one shows how the engines are working. 4 are on this display here on the left and 1 on the right. But to read all this, you need to have eyes all over the place.
Le barche sono il massimo.
These boats are just fantastic. I'm not just talking about the excitement you feel as you look over the bow to the never-ending horizon or skip through the seas to get to your exotic island far away. No. I was thinking more about the huge fact you can't choose how many engines you can put on a truck or a car. On a boat though, oh yes.
Come sapete la carena è fatta a V, quindi i motori vanno messi.
As you know, the hull is a V-shape, so the engines have been arranged in a particular way. In such a wide area. The central ones need to be more immersed, less at the sides. Not just the side ones have the shorter shaft. The propellers though, in this case they are all the same.
Il Cigarette 42 Huntress è una barca piuttosto grande.
The Huntress 42 Cigarette is a pretty big boat, 42 feet in fact. and wide like we said, so it must be pretty heavy considering it's fitted out so completely. But it's not, thanks to advanced building methods that have allowed getting a particular strength without adding any weight.
The
problem with big motorized boats that have outboard engines is that they need huge pushing power, and unfortunately the geometry of the engine shaft and the propellers is relatively small. So how do you resolve that problem? Simple. By mounting several propellers, which means the total surface area of the hull is considerable, as is the push of the water. In fact, look how it planes. Just takes a minute. 25 knots, that's cruising speed for all boats. 30 knots and 3,000 revs a minute, and the engines are still practically asleep. To fit the definition of a sporty boat, it needs to go to at least 40 knots. But now we're getting up to speeds that need a little concentration.
Nodi, un 42 piedi lanciato a 50 nodi.
50 knots. A 42-footer doing 50 knots should be a little scary.
È stabile, è sicuro.
But this is very nice. Stable, secure, holds the route on its own. In fact, I'm a little superfluous. Well, for now anyway.
Adesso proviamo a mettere in
Now we're going to try and stress this boat out and all its equipment.
Con la carena V, I motori esterni, quando si vira, si trovano in una
With the V-shaped hull, the external engines, you end up in quite a special place when you're turning. The one on the external side of the turn tends to lift up, so the propeller's close to the surface. The one on the inside, though, almost drowns the propeller, which is deep under the water. So it has a powerful push, which could be jittery, but not here. Look at that turn at 50 knots. Unbelievable.
Dal marchio. Quando sono la guida di un cigarette, credo sempre
I've been bewitched by the brand name. When I'm driving a cigarette, I think I'm in a race. I shouldn't turn like this, tight and quick. We aren't fighting to get around the boys, but it's very nice. Okay, let's get back to the route and see what it's like to have 1,750 horses attached to the stern. Paddles down. Up goes the trim. These 350 horsepower Verado Mercury engines at tops do between 6,200 and 6,800 revs. We need to check that they are all doing their best. Engine 1, 6,400. Engine 2, 6,400. Engine 3, 6,400. Engine 4, 6,400. And Engine 5, 6,400. A little bit of trim and 6,600. Speed of 73, 74, 75, 75.8. Fantastic.
Stupendo.
Wow, look how stable we are.
Il 42 Huntress della Cigarette è certamente meno.
The 42 Huntress cigarette is definitely less powerful than the 42 times. No surprise there. It's a bigger boat. Larger, but actually it has the same DNA that all the cigarette boats have. Truly sporty, and really holds the sea. Switch it off, there's a problem. We finished the petrol. Who would have imagined that? I just drove for a few minutes and look where we've ended up. It drinks a bit. Well, guess that's what you call a yacht service.